Right.
It's a null and void question. I like to be around. I just want to share experiences. I'll never go to the movies alone because for me, I don't go to the movies for me personally. Why would I pay a bunch of money to sit around a whole bunch of people that I can't talk to anybody about?
I did it a couple of times and I didn't hate it, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, like
I
I've
saw
gone to
Toy Story 2 by myself for the very first time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because
See, I
no one would go with me and I was super stoked about it. So I was just
Aw.
like, fuck it, I'm going without you guys.
Like I've gone to restaurants alone, like an
Yeah.
actual restaurant, like a high end restaurant. I've done that alone just because I had nobody else to go with. So fuck it, I'm just gonna go. And it's great. Well, I guess. I mean, like you're still getting a whole meal. You can eat how you want and take as long or as short a period of time as you want. None of it matters because you're just there by yourself. But it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
I want to be able to converse. I want to, I end up spending my time shooting the shit with all the staff, hoping that they're not that busy. You know what I mean?
Right. And they always are. Like serving
Yeah.
staff's always too busy for that shit.
Yeah. I did get lucky when I went that there was only two other tables, and they had like five floor staff.
That would have
So
been dope if it was two other tables of two other people sitting by themselves and the three of you didn't talk the whole night. That would have been fucking.
just talk to the staff and not to each other. That would have been genius. Never thought of that.
Why didn't you just talk to each other? Shut up. We didn't think of that. Okay, I guess we should get going.
I feel gross just even saying that.
All right. Hi there. Happy Monday. It's August the 24th, 2020. I'm Eric, talking at you again from beautiful Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, where I kind of want Sam Roberts to get hit by a truck.
I'd be okay with that.
Like, I don't want him to die, but just like, I just want him to get hit by a truck. It would make me happy if like, I heard on the news, hey, Sam Roberts got hit by a truck. I'm like, dope. That worked out.
Any truck drivers out there? If you happen to see Sam Roberts out on the road, give him a clip.
Eric and Gord aren't saying go hit Sam Roberts with a truck. But if it happened, we probably send you a pen.
At least a thank you email.
Postcard. Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling your friends. And thanks for emailing us. That is awesome. Makes the whole show seem a little more worth it when we hear from someone who enjoyed it. So thank you very much for your emails. Keep them coming. For the time being, we have reopened Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina, and it is wide open and accepting all
entries.
All your entries right into Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina at gmail.com. Keep them coming. That really makes us, like, it just motivates us to do better when we hear from you or change things. If you write in and say, hey, that was kind of crap, we'll go, okay, well, we won't do that again.
Yeah.
So keep it up. Very, very, I don't want to call anybody out and like maybe embarrass them or whatever, but thank you. You all know who you are and keep them coming.
I don't know. I think we might just. Don't you think we should mention our writer by name? No.
Later this week, maybe.
Okay.
All right. Fine. Go ahead.
Shit. Jess.
There you go.
Thank you, Jess. We love the fact that you listened and you liked what we were talking about. Basically, she wrote in to about the last episode, which we didn't do any actual like news. We just talked and random facts and things that we found interesting and just talked about random sort of shit. And she really liked it. She thought it was just a nice little break from normal.
It really was. I agreed with her. Yeah. I gotta talk about some news tonight, but not before I say hi to our friend Roger Nygaard, who's going to be joining us this week, either Thursday or Saturday. Cool. It's our call now at this point. Well, no, it's his call. I haven't gotten back to him yet. You said Thursday or Saturday, not him.
That's right.
Got that backwards. Cool. Roger Nygaard, 2 new documentaries coming out. 6 Days in Roswell and another one that I'm going to let him tell you about while he's on the show. That's going to be a surprise.
Perfect.
It's not because I don't know what it is. It's because I don't want to ruin the surprise. And I have finally my list of podcasts that I need to talk to you guys about. So we're going to start by giving a shout out to the Rage and Blaze podcast. They watch and review one of the 4 major WWE pay-per-view events: WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and Survivor Series. And then they talk about them. That's cool. There's a lot of wrestling podcasts. They're big.
Oh, yeah, so, crazy.
Rage and Blaze, check them out wherever they are. Probably anywhere you enjoy your podcast. We're all kind of in the same places. Some on more than others. But there you go. That's the first one for the show. I'll do a couple more later.
Cool.
I have noticed in listening to our little show that they're putting a lot more commercials in these days. I'm not seeing a lot more money, but they're putting a lot more commercials. So that money better start looking a little better.
I fully agree.
I've only heard like 2 or 3 per episode, and they want like 8 or 9. Like there's room to put 8 or 9, but they've only done 2 or 3, which is groovy. I like that. I think 9 commercials during our show would be a little rough. Anyway, that's all.
You can stick 100 in. I don't give a shit.
yeah. Well, you've never heard it. It's a good show. You should check it out sometime.
One of these days, I might.
I like when people. I get people. I had a friend. He texted me last night. And he's like, "Hey, I'm listening to your podcast." I'm like, "That's the first time in 3 years. I'm supposed to fucking get excited about it." Thanks, jackass. You've even been on it once and you didn't listen. That was my friend Jordan, by the way, in Vancouver. Jordan, he says about once a week he texts me and he's like, "Hey, I'm coming downtown. You want to hang out?" Yeah, I moved to Kelowna 8 months ago. Oh yeah. You're serious about that?
Yes, I'm serious. Jesus Christ.
Wait a minute. Oh, I totally thought I saw you the other day. I love that guy. Moving on. I do have some news this week, this episode, if you guys don't mind. I don't have any random fun facts, but some things caught my eye. Namely, obviously, you must know I wanted to talk about Aaron O'Toole being named the new Conservative leader.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to read up on who he really is and what he's like.
He's ultra conservative. He's Stephen Harper 2.0.
So he's another Andrew Scheer. Okay.
No. He's smart and good looking.
Andrew Scheer just looked creepy. There's no getting around that.
He was never winning just because of that. No, this guy, he's got some cool things. He's very vocally pro-choice, so he will not be pushing any sort of abortion or anti-abortion agenda.
Oh.
He was very open to marching in pride parades. He's cool with that, but only if they include police. He didn't like that they didn't include the police this year. Stuff like that. Big promise, his number one biggest promise, if he were to be elected, would be to defund the CBC.
Oh, good.
He says it's not fair that they get government funding when they're exactly the same as all their counterparts. And none of their counterparts get government funding.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So
completely.
His initial plan, because it's not popular with Canadians, he will completely defund their online presence and cut their English television broadcasting in half, their budget.
Get rid of them altogether. They're pointless.
Oh, I don't think they're pointless. They're a good channel, just like any other.
Not when you're fully supported by one half of by one political party of a government.
Well, they've been fully supported by every government who's been in power since the inception of the CBC. So it's not just one party.
I thought Harper tried to remove certain funding from them, didn't he?
Harper backed off because at the time it was he wanted to because it was popular with Canadians, but he backed off of it because it just wasn't wasn't important.
Yeah.
But this guy's he says he's gonna give all the money to parents. He says there's just gonna be new breaks for parents and daycare, tax breaks, and money.
Hmm?
But he will cut taxes and balance the budget, allegedly. And he'll cancel equalization. So no more Alberta giving money to everyone else.
That is a great idea for them.
Mostly Quebec.
Yeah, fuck Quebec.
Well, Alberta's hurting. There's no reason they should be paying anybody right now.
I fully agree. I never understood why they did.
Well, because they had all the oil and they were rich, and the rest of Canada went, wait, if you get all that, you should have to share it with the rest of Canada, which makes sense. We're one big country. But in the down times, you can't just expect them to keep paying.
Yeah, exactly.
Silliness. I wish he would get rid of ICBC, but that's not his call.
That is something that should absolutely happen.
There's a lot of talk about it right now.
There should be.
There's a lot of ICBC running ads constantly saying why we shouldn't get rid of them.
Because you own a monopoly and you don't want to see your monopoly disappear? That's the only reason why not to get rid of it.
Oh, of course. Well, there's arguably some benefits that they were run properly.
But no monopoly is, ever.
No, of course not.
So, no.
They spend money stupidly. They got involved in things they shouldn't. And they market themselves as a non-profit, which is fun. They're a registered non-profit.
That's just fucking, that's retarded.
That's some insurance company crap.
Yeah. See, and it's it's that reason why they should be shut down.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
But
the rates out there are fucking insane.
Oh yeah. I just think insurance. Well, they're cutting the rates. They're saying they're cutting the rates.
Yeah, by what? $4? Fucking prick.
Because they're not allowing. They're not pursuing a bunch of shit in court like they used to. Like all that money, all that cost was basically just court costs.
Yeah.
So now they're paying people out rather than fighting them in court. So they're saving all that money on lawyers' fees. But the payouts are smaller.
Oh, of course.
But there's a lot less fighting with ICBC now. ICBC just hands you money. But it's far less.
Yeah.
So whatever. I guess I don't care. Whatever. I don't drive. Screw you guys. For those of you not in the know, our American friends, our friends in the rest of Canada, British Columbia has a provincially run insurance company that you must go through. You cannot have private insurance in the province of British Columbia. So it's pretty dumb. There's various insurance companies who claim to be, and you think you're getting a different insurance company, but you're not. They have to go through ICBC. So.
Yeah.
People get screwed, and ICBC runs all the roads, and they take care of all the infrastructure, and they do everything very, very bad, and they get compensated incredibly well for it. So yeah, there's a lot of talk about getting rid of them. Anyway, that was boring for everyone who's not in BC, or anyone who doesn't drive, or anyone who doesn't give a crap. That was really boring. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I enjoyed it. So hope you guys did too. Moving on. If not, email. You know it. I want to say, to learn from others and make mistakes into teachable moments in business and life, listen to the Teachable Soul podcast. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Listen to one. Soul. Just to reiterate the CBC thing that we just talked about. Was it CBS? CBC. CBC. So just to reiterate that fact, same incident, two headlines. CBC, in grim first for Quebec, 19-year-old Montrealer dies of COVID-19. every other news site. 19-year-old youngest in Quebec to die from complications linked to COVID.